Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Crucial Conversations. Joy, seriously, I'm loving these crucial conversations.
Girl.
They're so fun.
Girl, remember we used to do them on our cell phones and we'd be like,
oh my God.
Crucial conversation, blah, 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 blah. That's the only reason why we started doing them, because y'all said you love them so much. Now we're thicking them up a little bit, make them a little juicy.
What are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about leaving it at the door. Remember, let that ego go?
Oh my gosh,
Similar,
yes.
but not at all. It's meaning, how do you really separate that business from the personal, even though they sometimes kind of overlap, but how do you keep your composure when you come into work?
So what are some practices you have to leave your personal at the door?
I have to process. Give myself a minute.
You say the word process a lot.
I do.
Like, you kind of overuse that word. Can you elaborate on
I'm in therapy,
how do you process?
So, growth with these crucial conversations. My therapist, Sarah, shout out to my dog. I have to really think through things mentally before I articulate them to verbally. So by doing that, I'm like, okay, what's really going on? Why am I feeling upset? Why am I feeling not like myself? And then I have to pinpoint that, experience it, and then let it go for the sake of being at work, because it's not conducive to the team. And so because of that, we're human. We experience things, but sometimes you have to leave it at the door for the benefit of the team, because then you're going to bring the team's energy down. And you can't always do that.
Right.
Yeah.
How effective do you think the processing is?
For me, it is, because I at times, I'm a human, right? So I'm like, dang, this really sucks. And then I'd be like, meaning I'm in my head, constantly. So I'm constantly replaying all these different things in my mind. And so to process that, I'm like, all right, you either need to pull yourself out of this because you're bringing down the team, or you need to really find a way to not think about it for right now because you have a job to do. Right. And at the end of the day, you have to be an effective person. And even when I had a conversation with one of our team members, she was really upset, and I was like, girl, I understand. I talked to her about it. I asked her what was really wrong. Right. I gave her the space to be able to talk about it. But at the end of the day, I was like, you have to go outside for 10, 15 minutes, go collect yourself, and then come back because you have a job to do. But if you don't feel like you can do it, then you may just need to escort yourself out of the building. Which sounded really harsh. No. I meant a nice way to say you gotta go if you're not gonna be effective.
Right. No, definitely.
What about you, Joy? What are some things that you do to?
I just don't bring it into the biz. There's a time. I feel like now there's just a time and a place. Here, there's just too much to get done here that it's it consumes you. So it's but then, when I get out of here, it's okay, everything consumes me. So I feel like now it's just, I realize okay, whatever, I don't even have time to focus on that because this is priority at the moment. And for me as the owner, it's just a different type of hustle. So my mind can easily just bounce to okay, I have to focus on this because I'm not about to be down and out on two things.
Right. Ooh.
So
that's bad.
One's gotta, you gotta pick yourself up.
You do.
And just, like you said, literally leave it at the door. Don't even think about it. Once you get in, focus on what takes priority.
I know.
Negative thoughts should never take priority in your mind. They
shouldn't.
Ever.
Sometimes they're so, for me, it can consume me. Because
Right.
they're shoot, this is hard. But that's when I have that crucial conversation with myself, and that's when I also process, and I'm like, all right, figure it out, Jeanine.
Right. But no, you allow the thoughts to consume you because you have the power to turn it on, and that's the knowing again with your mind of okay, I have the power to turn this off.
That's
for sure. But yeah, do you have any last
words?
Tidbits?
Fibbage. Wanna eat.
Okay, let's stop. Let's stop. 2 minutes left, we're done. Crucial conversations, just leave it at the door, everyone. And leave that at the door.
You won't bring it back to the door, but whatever. That's another crucial conversation. Bye.